You know the old adage, fuck around and find out. Well, anonymity on the internet has made it increasingly easy for bullies to attempt the art of fuckery without finding out. And I, for one, am ready to bring back big consequences. Someone got really annoyed at me wearing glasses in my last video, so I'm doing it again. Take a look at the social media of any woman, person of colour, plus-size person, disabled person, neurodivergent person, or member of the LGBTIQA+ community, and I can assure you that there are a good few people tip-tap-tapping away in the comments, giving their full unbridled opinions and making sure they don't put their face to it. There are absolutely going to be those little insipid characters who say the most outlandish bullshit with their full face, and for those people, I'm glad that they let the consequences come so freely. But for all the people who want to have their full voice in a conversation, but make sure they do so with no profile picture, with no content posted on their page, with a username that cannot be tracked, what are you so afraid of? Could it be me? I have seen so many wonderful videos of people doing the hard work, the important work, tracking down these little asses and touching base with their families, touching base with their workplaces, sharing the comments that these anonymous figures so proudly paste across the internet and saying, hey, do you know that this person is doing this? I love it, because hate has consequences, and so it should. You can't just be an ignorant racist. You can't be fat-phobic. You can't be homophobic, ableist, or a disgusting, problematic bully and expect it's never going to come back to bite you. It can, and it should. I have had my fair share of truly disgusting comments as someone on the internet. I've had the fortune, but also the dual-sided misfortune of having a couple of videos go kind of a little bit viral, and my goodness, the things people say to you. That video I did about Joanne last week, which if you watched it and you were one of the people who left a gorgeous comment, thank you so much. But I knew when I posted that of course that there would be a bit of backlash. Of course, at least one person was gonna tell me I was an idiot. It was more than one person. I was told that I was mentally challenged for my take. I was told that she's not really transphobic. She's just doing it to get attention, and it's my fault if I take it seriously. I was told that because I identify as asexual, I need to go see a doctor to sort out my hormone levels because I'm sexually repressed. Someone yelled at me and was like, how dare you speak for asexuals? Why don't you stupid people who aren't asexuals just give us the microphone and let us speak for ourselves? And I was like, 1, you didn't watch the video, did you? Because 2, I am asexual. And then they got really mad about that as well. Because I don't speak for anyone. It's my YouTube channel, babe. I speak for myself, that's the whole idea. And all I can say is that it is the tiniest bit inspiring that you can do such incredible mental gymnastics to get to the conclusion that you want with no proof. Somebody said that I was the bully and the villain because I said it's bad to support Harry Potter. Me, the person saying don't support someone who puts money to anti-trans charities. I'm the bad one. But it can also be really scary when people start to threaten you, when you have a bunch of people calling you evil and suggesting things that you should do to yourself that mean you don't exist anymore. I had maybe 300 followers on YouTube when I got my first death threat, and that was just because I was celebrating Pride and I made like a transition video. And a bunch of people told me that I should film my end. And that's meant to just be acceptable. That's what we understand we have to experience if we want to be online. because it's not okay. And I would like to say that there are absolutely times when I think it is appropriate to be anonymous online, but maybe if you want to be anonymous online, you can't comment on videos, because there have to be consequences for the people who say the most disgusting people to things and think they can hide behind a random username or no profile picture. There has to be a way that social media companies can link back to this person and ban their account, or get in touch with a parent or a guardian or a workplace. You can't just spew abuse online and know that it's never going to come back to you. You should lose your job. The people who you have relationships with should know that you think it's okay to tell people to off themselves, or that you think SA is a joke, or that you are a massive bigot, homophobe, racist. You know, I'm here making videos with my face and my voice, and I link back to my other accounts because you can follow me there as well. But I sometimes point out to these anonymous people that I'm doing that because I truly believe in what I am talking about and the things that I create and I say. I am very passionate about that. So if they want to be so big and bold and brave and say the things that they're saying and that they truly believe in, say them with your face. Say them with your name. Say them with your LinkedIn account. That is often the tipping point for these people, where they really go off the rails and tell me that I am delusional, that I am a bully, that I'm a terrible person, that I shouldn't expect people to show their faces or have any accountability for being horrible people, and that it's my problem if they're horrible people, because why should I expect them not to be? Because these people know that if there are no consequences, they can say anything they want and they will get away with it. And that is fucking scary. That is so bloody scary. And you know, like I said before, sometimes these people do it publicly because they really don't think that consequences will come for them, even if they say it with their face, even if they say it on their business account. I once saw a man say literally the most unhinged transphobic stuff on a post, and it linked back to his account where he tagged his wife. He had young daughters. They showed the most caring and blissful life, and I wish that I had got in touch with those people and let them know what he was doing, because maybe he needed help. Maybe that would have been eye-opening. I know there are people who say, like, you can't take it upon yourself to ruin people's lives by telling their family what they're saying online. But to those people, I say this: how come they're allowed to ruin other people's lives, to threaten people, to be abusive online and get away with it? How is that okay? But letting their family know what they're up to is crossing a line? They took a torch to the line. They wrote slurs through the line. They made that line not exist. And the people who, you know, do the work of getting in touch with these people's friends, these people's families, these people's co-workers, they are saving people. Because you don't just come up with these things. They don't exist in a vacuum of the online space and then you're a good person in your personal life. If you are feeling and saying these disgusting things online, that is who you are in real life as well. There isn't a separation, and there shouldn't be, because it is a safety issue. These people need to have consequences. And maybe this seems like I'm really sensitive, or I'm just not cut out for the internet, or, you know, it's just rage bait, or it's just bullying, or they're just ignore it. But I have experienced bullying my entire life. And it wasn't my fault. And it didn't exist in a vacuum. And I wish people had stood up for me and called out the people who were terrible. I wish I had seen that. But because I didn't, I grew up to be the person I am today. The person who knows that there are lines that cannot be crossed. The person that calls out bullies. The one that says consequences, I believe in them. And they will come to you if you deserve them. And trust me, I know that there are a variety of completely innocent reasons that people might choose to have an anonymous account, and probably the majority of them aren't so they can spew hateful rhetoric online. But I think maybe the answer is to minimize what those accounts can do. I've had videos made about me by people who do not show their face. I have seen dozens, hundreds of absolutely horrifying, disgusting comments made from accounts that do not link back to the person who said them. And I just don't think that's good enough. If you are so proud of what you believe in, whatever that may be, if you want to say whatever you want to say online, there has to be a way that links it back to you. Is that foolproof? Probably not. People are still gonna find ways to be assholes. But in the last couple of years, it seems like overall, online hate has transformed into something much more sinister than it was for the most part previously. But currently online, there is nothing protecting people from receiving the most disgusting hate from anonymous accounts. And until there is, I am going to continue to call out those people. And maybe it won't change anything. Maybe I'm not helping other people or myself by even acknowledging those comments, but it's the same with any bully. You can't just ignore them. You can't just say they thrive on hate, don't interact, they're a troll. Because when you are causing real people harm and you are consistently getting away with it, you continue to think that that's okay, and it's not. Who says I'm going to change anyone's mind? Who says that anyone's going to stop what they do? But the more they get called out, the more they might begin to realise no one's on their side. And I will gladly be someone who says that first.